Hey guys, what is up and welcome back to Wednesdays with Weeby with yours truly, WB886. Who else would it be? How's it going, guys? It's that time of the week again where I just get to chill with you, put some random gameplay up as background footage and answer your questions. Before we get into answering questions, I guess I should talk about what's been happening this week, really. I've basically finished college now. I've only got 2 more days within the next month that I actually have to go in. So I'm basically done now. So videos can be longer. People that had watched the Meteor F8 one seem to have liked it so far. They like the longer videos, so I'll vary between the two. I'll make short and longer videos because I know some people don't have the time. And then there's others that like to have something a little bit more in depth, so we'll switch between the two of them. But currently I'm enjoying it, doing the longer videos, as long as I have something to talk about, because that's my main issue. The main reason why I don't really make long videos is because I don't know what to talk about. I'm not a person who can talk about a certain subject for ages. I need to be kept going, so to speak. But I mean, it's fine. I'm sure it's all about learning, really, isn't it? I'm sure I'll get the hang of it eventually. But yeah, I enjoyed making the Meteor F8 video, so expect there to be a lot more to come in future videos. I'll tell you what I may as well mention about as well. Today there was a bug on the EU/US forums for War Thunder, where basically the Russian forums got merged with ours, and it was it was basically like an invasion. Status updates were all in Russian, and for the first time I think the two communities actually met each other face to face. It was definitely an experience. So the Russians invaded our forum, so we went and invaded theirs. All the international community forum went to the Russian forums and started putting status updates in English and stuff in there, and we've just been having a general chat, really. The Russian guys are all fantastic. Their community is a lot nicer and friendlier than the international one, which is surprising. But yeah, I mean, it's been very surreal, because the Russians we've been using Google Translate to talk to them, sort of thing. Now it's been going well, the two communities mixing with each other. So hopefully, you never know, things might happen in the future where two communities aren't at war with each other all the time, which would be nice. There's some awesome guys on there. You can tell who are the main people on the Russian community forums. But yeah, it's been cool stuff so far. But without further ado, I guess we may as well get on with the first question. So let's get to it. So first question comes in from Eric Melendez. I think that's how you pronounce your name. But he asks, Weeby, will you play World of Warships when it's finally released? Yes. Short answer. I'm looking forward to World of Warships. One of the few wargaming products that I think will actually do well, because I feel they'll base it somewhat like Battle Stations Pacific is for naval warfare. I would like to see that. I enjoy Battle Stations Pacific like a lot. I really do enjoy it. So any sort of warship game is fine in my books, really. I just can't wait to see what War Thunder come with in naval warfare. But yeah, good stuff. You'll definitely be seeing some gameplay of it on my channel once it's released, or it's in beta and you can apply, whatever. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it, and I hope some of you guys are too. Speaking of betas, Battlefield Hardline beta has come out recently. I've applied for that as well, so if I get into that, I might bring you a little bit of gameplay of Battlefield Hardline. Not entirely sure how I'll work that yet, but yeah, pretty good stuff at the moment. I'm enjoying playing. other games apart from War Thunder, such as Sniper Elite V2, because it was free on Steam, so I thought I'd download it. I need to start getting some more games on my hard drive anyway, since it's been wiped. But yeah, hopefully it should be pretty interesting. So yeah, World of Warships, yes, I will be bringing you gameplay of that because I love it. I love warship and naval combat, and I want to see it in War Thunder as soon as possible. So next question comes in from Bobby and Co, and he says, "Do you think that the machine guns on tanks in War Thunder should be able to be fired?" Bobby, they actually are planning on making them fireable. They were fireable in CBT and on the dev server, but they kind of took it out for open release. Not entirely sure why. Much like the T-35, they took that out as well. But yeah, we're not entirely sure why, but I'm looking forward to the implementation of it, because that way I guess we can actually use them against aircraft. Thinking about it, because at the end of the day they're 7.7 rounds, so if you think about it, it's possible. It's definitely possible that we could shoot down aircraft with them. I'm not sure what they would do against tanks. Maybe you'd be able to kill the crew members off open-top vehicles or something. I'm not entirely sure, but we'll see how it goes. But yes, they will be adding it, and I'm looking forward to it being fired, definitely. It's going to be interesting how they do the sound effects, because whether they'll add the same sound effects for the guns, because, I mean, thinking about it, the Stuka has the MG34 in the back. So what are they going to do about that? Are they going to change? Are they going to give it the exact same sound as the Stuka, or are they going to have a new sound? I don't know, but the sound for the rear gunner on some guns are just not right at the moment. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. But yeah, definitely coaxial machine guns are coming into the game at some point. Now, next question comes in from Serial Pig. What an awesome name, by the way. And he asks, he has actually 3 questions. Question number 1. What do you want added to the game in the future? Any nation. Pretty much British jet bombers and new British jets. And British bombers in general, really. I would like to see things such as the Short Stirling, Hanley Page, Halifax, the Manchester, all those sorts of things. Some new variants of the Avro Lancaster, etc., etc. They're all things that I'm looking forward to personally. I would also like. I know people are gonna moan at me. I mean, I'm just speculating here, but I would absolutely adore the Avro Vulcan to be put into the game. I know who says it needs a nuclear payload. I mean, the B-29 didn't always carry a nuclear payload. I know the Vulcan was designed as a Cold War nuclear interceptor, but it was developed in the 1950s. Doesn't mean that they can't have a normal bomb load of some sort, whether that be something along the lines of the Falklands War bomb load, where it carried 500-pound bombs, or I can't remember what pound bombs they were, but they were World War II bombs. I know that much. They were just put in there simply to bomb an Argentinian airfield. So I would like to see it. I want it happening. But thinking realistically, Hawker Hunter will be my biggest one. Hawker Hunter or Supermarine Swift would be my go-to thing. That's what I really want at the moment, as well as British tanks and stuff like that. But considering the Avro Vulcan isn't really viable, I was thinking maybe for a top-tier bomber, why don't they have the Washington Mark 1? Now, that's a plane that not many of you would have heard of. The Washington Mark 1 was the British version, or the RAF version, of the B-29 Super Fortress. And no, we didn't replace the 20mm with 7.7, if that's what you're thinking. Yeah, we bought 89 B-29 Super Fortresses, but then we just didn't have a need for them, so we gave them back, really. Because the Avro Vulcan and the V-bombers came into service. So, yeah, that's been yeah, that's pretty much it at the moment. I would like to see some new bombers, but what I'm really interested in, because it's E3, I believe Gaijin are going to be creating a new, are going to be releasing the new tech trees, updated tech trees for all the nations soon. So that's going to be absolutely amazing. I know a lot of people in the that play the British are going to be anticipating that loads, seeing what we're going to be getting, because if we get the Hawker, even just the Hawker Hunter F1 would be fantastic. That's just all I want, the Hawker Hunter at the moment. But if we saw something like the Sea Venom or something like that, new Handley Page Halifax, stuff like that would be fantastic to see also. So I've got high expectations for this, for 1.43, etc., etc., because it may not seem like it, but at the end of the day, Gaijin have got our best interests in mind. It is a beta, and they are experimenting. I mean, that's what I would do if I was a developer. I would just experiment, try and figure out the best thing. Because, you know, what someone might like, another person might not. So you just got to try and work it out, really. But, yeah, I'm enjoying War Thunder at the moment. I've been playing more aircraft than the ground forces, if I'm honest. But apart from that, I'm enjoying it. War Thunder has been pretty good. As I said, I'm now top tier on the RAF tech tree, so yeah, all pretty good stuff. But yeah, I hope that answers your first question. His second question is actually related to naval forces, and he says, what strategies do you think will be common or more practical when ships come out, and how will gameplay work? I actually think naval warfare is going to open up a lot of opportunities. There's going to be a lot of opportunity for trolling, of course, but I think squadrons are definitely going to use it. Whether the squadron commander will be in a battleship, and that's the flagship of the squadron, and they have, I don't know, heavy cruisers, destroyers, stuff like that surrounding it to protect it, whatever. I think it's awesome. I reckon people will actually use real Navy tactics that were seen in the Pacific War. I think it is something that people will aspire and enjoy, really. Because I know a lot of people enjoy this sort of stuff. So, yeah, hopefully, they should be... there should be some good tactics going on. I would like to see what they come up with for the naval maps, though. I know we're far off from Navy. I'm talking maybe 2015, possibly early 2016. We're seeing the Navy come in, because I know in the Q&A they said that they want to release US tanks later 2014. So the following tech trees will follow up possibly really late 2014, early 2015. So I'm expecting naval forces around the same time that tank CBT was there, but next year, because it takes around 2 years to develop each one, from what I can work out. So yeah, good stuff planned in the future. But I hope that answers your second question. His third question basically asked, what do you think of the recent changes to simulator battles? And he's talking about the mixed battles. Gaijin recently announced that they are going to be taking away regular simulator battles, which are planes versus aircraft, and just putting them all together in one big one in mixed battles. And that means that it's going to be tanks and aircraft, and we all know how much we despise the AAA on Ash River and on Karelia. I do not think this is a good move. They're abandoning a whole entire community. Even if it's a small one, there is particular people that downloaded War Thunder specifically to play simulator battles. Not allowing them to do that is a foolish move. I mean, Gaijin have... I mean, for instance, IL-2 Sturmovik Birds of Prey, and any of the any of the guys in World War II games have been very, very realistic. And to take away that aspect of simulator battles, a bit of a dodgy move there. I mean, there's always realistic battles, but it isn't the same. People have bought joysticks specifically to play simulator battles. And people don't like mixed battles for a simulator. So, yeah, I hope they reconsider their decision. But, yeah, not a +1 from me there, really, if I'm honest. I kind of want to see the simulator battles just stay, but mixed in, so you have a chance of getting either a normal simulator battle or a mixed battle for SP, because it would just be stupid for them to do that, really. But yeah, I hope that answers all of your questions. So next question comes in from Marty the Finnish guy, and he says, what do you think is the ugliest plane of World War II? Good question. I'm not entirely sure, really. Probably the ugliest plane for me would be... would most likely be the XP-55. I think that thing looks disgusting. XP-55 Ascender. I don't like the look of it whatsoever. It's not a very nice looking plane. I mean, a lot of the Russian planes I don't like the look of as well. I mean, the LA-5 is a decent looking plane, so are the Yaks, but some of the other ones look... I don't know. But yeah, probably the XP-55 is the ugliest plane of World War II for me. His second question is, what do you think of the Finns in the Winter War? I don't actually know about the Winter War much, so I can't really answer that, I'm afraid. But I hope I answered your first question. Now, final question comes in from Trigger Happy 1-year-old, and he says, what are your opinions on the Horton 229? Yes. Pretty much my opinion on it. Get it in game. I think it would be an awesome addition to the German tech tree, as well as the HE-177 and many other aircraft. Germans need some love. I know they've got the Canadian Sabre and the MiG-15, but I would like to see some unique aircraft for the German tech tree, and that's exactly what they've been given. I played Germany, US, and Britain the most, so yeah, all pretty good stuff in my book. But yes, Horton 229, good. I don't think it'll be too unbalanced, because it isn't exactly an uber-fast jet. Pretty manoeuvrable. Decent armament, but apart from that, I mean, it can easily be catched by something like a Sabre or a Meteor. So yeah, good stuff for a German high-tier jet, and I'm looking forward to seeing it in the upcoming updates. Well, guys, that's all I've got time for today, unfortunately. But I hope you enjoyed. If you did, make sure you click that like button below. Subscribe if you're new around here for more War Thunder and Q&A type stuff. Take care, guys. By the way, if you're watching this still and you made it to the end, I highly suggest you go follow me on social media. Links are in the description below, but I want to try and get a bigger presence there. But also put your comments and questions in for next Wednesdays with Wooby. Take care, guys. I'll see you next time.